about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the San Francisco 49ers. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Now Lance. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And take it right at the 35. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On the draw, it's Gibson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Burrow. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Kevin McPherson to kick off 4th.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 10. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at the Niners' 42-yard line.
Here we go.
11.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 11. Go.
Now Burrow on 1st down. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
11 mighty. Stop.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Whoa.
Gibson again. Down right around the 25. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that might be his last pass in the NFL, because when you throw an interception, especially a pick 6 as a kicker, CD, I don't know that you recover from that one.
You got to remember one thing. My vintage takes me back to shades of Garo Yepremian against Washington in Super Bowl 7. Yeah, folks, I would tell you to do an encyclopedia search, but actually nowadays you're doing internet search. Check that one out. And that was at least off of a block kick. This was a design throw. Results the same, though. Interception, 6 points going the other way. Hello, Mike Bass. Remember you?
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's going to let this one go deep.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing deep.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations? In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Bengals drive about to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes this a 9-point game.
16, 49ers 7. Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 6. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard
line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Here's Lance.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Throwing now is Lance.
He's going to let it go again. This is caught inside the 15. touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
The Lance going to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
On one, ready?
First down. Here's Burrow. 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 6. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
On the ball.
They begin with Henry. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And caught by Henry.
On the move past the 40. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A big play there for the Niners. 47 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
From the 25 on 2nd down.
Lance.
Got a man on the right sideline. It's Chambers. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Caught on a slant. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal.
Like it. 3-3.
Brings up second and goal at the Bengals 1-yard line.
And Lance now to throw.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Niners are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that trims the lead down to 9.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here we go. 11 MT, hey! 11 MT, stop!
On second down, a run with Gibson.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards.
And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Let's go!
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Lance.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Lance looking to throw it.
He's going to try and go deep again. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Henry out of the pistol. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. 42-yard line.
Again, it's Henry. A beautiful fake. And they'll be stopped at the 28. On a play that started at the 14, they pick up 14. Henry up the middle. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And now they'll throw with Lance. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that'll move him back within 6 now. We're trailing here in the first half still, but maybe, Charles, that'll help them get some momentum back. First the forced fumble, and then they're able to get a field goal out of it.
And down in the game, they came out and created their own opportunity on one side of the ball and did get points out of it, as you mentioned. Complimentary football right there as they try and bring this one back to even.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Go.
They go play action with Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
11.
Play action. It's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
11.
On the counter, Gibson.
So their move is to decline that so they don't get another second down. It'll be third.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their third down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on third down.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Again, it's Burrow.
He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40. They will throw on first down with Burrow.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And McPherson on for the extra point.
And the lead is now 13.
Makes the score. Bengals 30, 49ers 17.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
On the ready.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And to about the 23.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
On play action, Lance.
He'll let this go for the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range. Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football.
12. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Gun. Shot. 11 MT. 12.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they work this out past the 25. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Bengals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Here we go. Ultra.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Now Lance.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the 49ers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And then cuts this lead down to 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Open man downfield is Duvernay.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Here we go.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he's got his man on the out route. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And Burrow going to throw again. Touchdown, Bengals. From a yard out, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes. Someone delivering it accurately. Offensive line giving him time to throw the ball. A true team record. But he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
43 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
They held him in check in the 1st half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the 1st half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Ready.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback Yeah, pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Throwing his Lance on third down. Henry's got it out on the left side. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down. And they'll go for it. Lance. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have the Niners first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Lance. And this one's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Okay.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
52 blaster.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Complete. It's Henry. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down.
White. Black ultra.
Again, it's Lance. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 21. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Lance. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Working from the gun, Lance. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. There he goes left side. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? How do they score here, especially a touchdown? It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16.
It's your set. 11. Stop.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And some room to maneuver. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Antonio Gibson with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Bengals are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Bengals 51, 49ers 31.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
The Niners take over first down 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Lance getting this out wide to Ayuk.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And Lance now to throw. He's got Ayuk once again.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
Lance looking to throw it.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line. Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from it. He's got a man, complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A big play there. 88 yards. And the Bengals have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Takes it at the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Bengals take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now a play fake. Lance.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Get ready. Mega.
Desperation time here. Lance.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And this is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
McPherson on for the point after.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
72. 49ers 38.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. This will go to Henry out wide.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
At the 35-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
From the gun, it's Lance.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Lance going to throw.
And right side, Henry's got it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 4th now at SoFi Stadium. And no issues in that one for the Commanders, just further expanding that lead.
Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They keep it with Henry on first down. And some space here. The 20. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead drops from 34 down to 27.
49ers 45. Rodrigo Blankenship set the kickoff.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them